Example number 2 says the last math test you took had 100 regular points and 10 bonus points. You received a score of 87 points, which included 9 bonus points. What would your score have been without the bonus points? It says define a variable and write and solve an equation. So it says circle and highlight important information. Is there any extra information that might confuse you? Let's look and see. Well, it had 100 regular points and 10 bonus points, but you received a score of 87, which included 9 bonus points. What would your score have been without the bonus points? We don't actually, I think, need to know on the test how many points there were. If we're just talking about your score and what you received, we don't need to know that. We just are looking for how many points did you earn without bonus, so how many regular points did you earn? Plus your bonus points is equal to your total score. So, so we're doing bonus points plus regular points, or regular points plus bonus points equals my total score. I think that we just, 87 and 9 is important for us to underline. So define the variable. Well, what are we trying to figure out? We're trying to figure out how many regular points you earned. So R equals regular points earned. And if we write the equation, we're going to plug in numbers, variables, and operations in place of the words that we put here. So R is my regular points, plus my bonus points were 9, and my total score was 87. And then to solve the equation, we're just going to use inverse operations. So I'm going to subtract 9 from both sides. And 9 minus 9 cancels each other out. So I have R equals 87 minus 9 is 78. So R equals 78. So the answer to the question here would be, without the bonus points, we would have scored 78 points. So what would your score have been without the bonus points? We did answer the question, 78 points. We have a label with our answer. We wrote our equation. We defined our variable. And then we solved to come up with our final answer. Let's do one more before we challenge you to push yourself for the next one on your own. It says, Mrs. Batt's advisory class is raising money for cancer research. If there are 20 students in a class and they hope to raise $300, how much money must each student collect? This is a typo. This should be must each student collect, assuming each student collects the same amount of money. So it says circle important information. There are 20 students. They're hoping to raise $300. So, and they're all going to collect, each student is going to collect the same. So each is sometimes one of those words that helps us know multiply or divide. We're doing multiplication here because we're saying how many students times the amount they earn, the amount that each earns. Amount each earns. And that's going to give us our total amount raised. So when we go to write our equation down here, we first need to define our variable. What do we not know? We don't know how much each student will collect. So A equals amount each student will raise or collect. My equation, we have 20 students times A, so 20A equals, our total amount is $300. So now I'm going to solve the equation using inverse operations. The opposite of multiply is divide. I'm going to divide both sides by 20. 20 divided by 20 leaves me with A equals, and 300 divided by 20 is 15. And so the answer to the question here is each student must raise $15. Notice that I put a label with my final answer, and I'm always going back to check the question. What did the question ask us? It says, how much money must each student collect? $15. My answer makes sense, and it does seem pretty reasonable that each student would have to earn $15. At this point, I would challenge you to try example number 4 on the next page on your own, and then we'll check it with the next video.